Okay, what's up, everybody? I'm back with a PolyCraft guide. Today we're going to be doing a guide on the dungeon system on PolyCraft. This is like the really bread and butter of our server. I think it really makes it unique, and we spent a lot of time on this part of it. So yeah, guys, I'm really excited to show it off to you guys. So basically, the way the dungeon system works is it's like the end game kind of content of our server, and you get the best gear on the server from doing these dungeons. So I'm in the spawn right now. This is what the spawn looks like. Over here we have the dungeon warps, and so thus far we have 3 tier 1 dungeons and 1 tier 2 dungeon. The best gear would be coming from here, and then this gear is still really good, just not quite as good as that, but this is where you get the best gear on the server, guys. For help on the dungeon system, you can go to I'm trying to think of how I'm going to organize this. Okay, so we'll go to the dungeon help warp, and this is where you can learn more about it. And so this will bring you to a room like this. Basically, there's a 4-step process for the best loot. Step 1 is buy a key, and use sponges to buy a dungeon key from the shop. We'll show you that in a second. Warp to your dungeon, right-click a dungeon sign to enter it, or you can just do warp. Either one is fine. And get the loot at the end. So basically, again, here we have the 3 different tier 1 dungeons and the tier 2 dungeon. This is like the signs I was mentioning. You click on those to warp to them, but first we need to get a dungeon key. So let's say, all of these are about equal difficulty, and you get different gear from each of them. So we basically just try whichever one looks like sounds the coolest. Dragon's Mouth sounds pretty cool, so we want a key to there. So what we do is we have to go to the dungeon master. So we go to the warp shop like this. This will bring us to our shop. I had a previous guide on this, and right in front of you is the dungeon master. It's pretty hard to miss him. He sticks out from the crowd quite a bit. Here's the dungeon master. So if you right click on him, we have Chillwind Depths, Dragon's Mouth, Zombie Caverns, and Skeleton Tunnel. There's Skeleton Tunnel. So we wanted Dragon's Mouth, right? So we will use 1 sponge. Like I mentioned in a previous video, the sponges are the currency on the server. And these keys are worth a lot, so just to put this into perspective, you get really good gear from it. One dungeon key is the same as getting the same value as 64 obsidian or 6 diamonds. Okay, so one dungeon key or 1 sponge is worth quite a bit. Now, anyways, we'll go back to warp dungeons. Warp dungeon is a dungeon / warp. Okay, we'll just spawn. I want to go back to that main room that we were at earlier with the vines, this one. And so now that we have our key to the Dragon's Mouth, we will come back over here, and we'll click on one of these signs to warp. We'll click on this sign to warp to Dragon's Mouth. Also, we can go to this room and warp to Dragon's Mouth here, so we'll just do that. There's multiple ways you can do it, or you can do /warp Dragon's Mouth. Like that. That works too. But we'll just click on the sign, and then as you see, it says put your key here. So we'll put our key inside here. Actually, let me show you. And then you press this key after the key, or you press this button after the key is in to open the door. If there is no key inside there, this button will not open the door. You need to put your key in. That's the way it works. So we put our Dragon's Mouth key in, and then we press the button, and the door opens. So now I'm going to cut to. I don't want to show it to you guys yet because it's kind of like secret. So I want you guys to find it out for yourself what it looks like in there. But we will I'll cut to the end of the dungeon. So see you guys at the end of the dungeon. Okay, so this is the end of the Dragon's Mouth dungeon. We have an empty room here and stairs going down here. And all the dungeons are going to look relatively similar to this. There's going to be a villager inside here, and then there'll be a chest. And what you got to do is get your reward key from here. So this is the key that we actually put in at the beginning of the dungeon. So our reward key is right there. And we go over to the villager, and we can trade this key for a sword or a bow. Now, I think you can get a full set by doing all the tier 1 dungeons. So you can get I think the chest and the head are from Chillwind Depths, and the pants and the boots are from Skeleton Tunnel. So to get ideally you want to get the full set of the tier 1 gear before attempting the tier 2 dungeon, because the tier 2 dungeon is pretty hard. And then we'll create additional tiers in the near future. Yeah, so anyway, so we have our loot, and now we don't have any more keys. If we tried our chill and depths key, it's not gonna work here. So we need to have Dragon's Mouth keys for this to work. And yeah, so I mean, that's pretty much it. That's how it works, and it's very similar. It's like the same thing in all the other dungeons. And then to get out of here, we just do /spawn. And now, you know, we can grind up some more materials and do some more dungeons, and, you know, hopefully get beefed out in all the best gear. So if we go to, I'm gonna show you how the process would work for you guys. So say I got 60, I've grinded super hard, I got 64 obsidian, I can sell it to this man and he will give me a sponge. And this time, let's say we already did Dragon's Mouth and I really want the headpiece, so I'm gonna do Chill One Depths. So we're gonna scroll to Chill One Depths here. There it is. Give him our sponge, give it our key. And then we're gonna warp dungeon, hope. And then go to Chill One Depths, put our key in, press the button, and then we'll go to the end, get our key, get the loot, and the process continues, guys. The grind continues. You can also do this with other people. It'll probably be a lot easier. But I mean, you only get one piece of gear at the end, so I guess you'd have to fight over that with your friends. But yeah, guys, that's the end of this video. Like I said, we're gonna be adding, like, we only have one tier 1. We'll do 2 more tier 1 dungeons, and we'll do tier 3s and tier 4s, and, you know, we'll keep adding it. All the dungeons are really unique. And yeah, I mean, they're pretty fun to go through. They're kind of hard, but really, really fun. I'm looking forward to hearing back from you guys, you know, what you think of them. So grind out those materials, guys, or I mean, you can do /buy. You can just get like 30 dungeon keys right there for 10 bucks if you want. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to hearing from you guys how you like the dungeons. So I hope this video was informative and helped you out. And I hope to see you guys on our server. Enjoy the rest of your day, and have fun on PolyCraft, guys. Peace out.